What's up guys, Junior here from Tinybot. I'm here to tell you about another new exciting product that you're going to want to add to your arsenal. You may be unfamiliar with ceramic coating for the windshield, so I'm here to break down the benefits for you. We'll start with UV blocking. All the sunlight that goes in through the windshield. Now that's going all over your leather surfaces and even your skin. This can cause them to discolor and cause your skin to burn up. That's why ceramic coating is important. It'll block the UV rays so that there is no cracking or fading to the surfaces of your interior. And your skin is protected as well. Chemical and oil resistance is another feature. All that built up contamination will stain the surfaces, though you might not see it. And this causes water to stick to the surface. Most importantly, our ceramic is super hydrophobic, unmatched in the market. Now on rainy days, this is really important. You're gonna need to see through all that water. You're gonna watch the water just bead off so you can see clearly through your glass. Our glass ceramic coating also comes with self-leveling technology. This makes it much easier to apply. You don't have to worry about unlevel areas, or you don't have to worry about flashing. Just apply and wipe off. Our ceramic coating is also superior in hardness. This will help prevent stone chips from cracking your windshield. It deflects the stones that fly out. And as always, we don't just talk about it, we be about it. So let's head to the lab and see what Tinybot Glass 2.0 is all about. We've just washed the windshield. We used our Restart Prep Spray to remove all pollutants and oils from the surface. Now we're gonna apply Glass 2.0. I'm gonna show you how it goes down. It's very easy. All right, first you remove the cap, the little stopper on top. Now your first coat, you wanna make sure you're coating the whole surface of the pad. All right, now that it's moist, what you want to do is go down in swipes and streaks. Now, you will see a bubble. If you see bubbles, or when you see bubbles, you're going to want to go over that surface again and make sure there's an even coat so that the surface underneath the bubbles are also coated. And make sure you're reapplying it onto the pad as you go. You'll see bubbles like this on the surface, and this is what I mean. You're gonna need to go over this multiple times and make sure that you have coverage underneath those bubbles. This is because the windshield, or the glass, naturally repels liquids. Now make sure you're reapplying as you're going. Now, if you've done it, you're gonna see a nice, even haze all over the surface. Okay, we're gonna let it bake on the surface for about 20 to 30 minutes. Now, for you guys, you can go around the rest of the vehicle while you're waiting. Okay, it's been 30 minutes, so we're about to buff it off. Now, all you need is a microfiber towel to buff it off. However, depending on the temperature and humidity of where you are, you might have streaks. And so in this case, what you do is just add a little water or moisten your towel, and then you can buff away. Finish buffing out the surface. Now you're gonna see that extra gloss to it. It's gonna give you better visibility, water repellency, UV blocking, oil resistance. It's got an extra hard surface to resist stone chips that fly out onto the windshield, and it's extra slick. I could just throw a towel and it's gonna slide right off. Now on the uncoated side, I can throw a towel there and it's just gonna stick. All right, now let's say it's raining. You got the coated side. And you got the uncoated side. So let's say you're cruising at night on a rainy night and there's a lot of street lights. Now, why is it important to coat the windshield? Well, we have the coated side on the left and we have the uncoated on the right. Now, I'm going to show you the difference. Now, if you notice here, on the uncoated side, when it's raining, torrential rain you'll see all the light being kind of spread and the visibility is almost zero. You can't see through it. Whereas on the left side, where it's coated, you can still see through it and have clear visibility. We got brand X here. We're gonna coat it on the uncoated side. Then we're gonna let the car go out for a few weeks, come back and see which one has been durable throughout those weeks. Now for brand X, they mentioned to go in crosshatch patterns. There is no baking time. You have to buff it off right away. Okay, we applied brand X on the left side and we buffed it off. Now, while applying it, there was this very strong smell of solvents. Normally, solvents are used to dilute products. Can't really speak more of that, but a very noticeable difference was the slick factor. There was not much slickness to brand X. As you can hear right here, you hear that rubbing sound. Now, with Tinybot, there's no sound. This speaks to the slick factor. It's been a few days, we got the car back. The windshield should be fully cured now. We have brand X on the left side and we have Tinybot Glass 2.0 on the right side. Now between those few days, there was a lot of rain, and with the rain came the bugs. And so a lot of contamination is on the windshield. So before we wash it down, let's first take a look at how much contamination is left on the surface of both brand X and Tinybot Glass 2.0. Now, one of the main features of ceramic coatings is to prevent contaminants from adhering to the surface. Now, if you take a look at brand X here on the left and Tinybot Glass 2.0 on the right, you'll see a considerable difference of contamination that's happening on the surface. I'm not sure if the camera can pick it up, but there's even a visible dust line that goes straight down the middle. Now, there were a lot of bugs, as I mentioned previously, and you can see all the bug smears and the dust smears and the grime just smearing all over the left side of the windshield. Whereas with Tinybot Glass 2.0, there's far less because it was able to prevent contaminants from adhering and penetrating to the surface. Oh, there's a huge difference. Huge difference. Now, we didn't scrub the surface of the windshield, we just sprayed it down with water. I'm going to dry the windshield now with a towel, and you're going to see a considerable difference in terms of how much contamination is left behind. Now, if you take a look at the surface, you'll notice all the stains that are left behind. Whereas with Tinybot Glass 2.0, you can see a nice, well, not very clean, there's still contaminants, but you can see the difference in terms of how much gets wiped off. Now, what you just saw is after a few days. We need a few days for the coating to cure, but you can already see that brand X, all the coating is pretty much non-existent. It's all broken down. However, with Glass 2.0, it's really on there. Now, we didn't use any solvents, we didn't use any chemicals or shampoos. It was just water. That was just water. Now we're going to come back after a few weeks to really test the long-term durability. Now another thing that Glass 2.0 offers is chemical resistance. This is something that you can't find on the market. Most can do water repellency to some degree. However, Glass 2.0 offers chemical resistance at a high rate. So I'm going to show you that level right now. Now to test chemical resistance, I got a permanent marker here. Now there's nothing stronger than a permanent marker. Nothing really gets it out. Now what I'm going to do is write it on the surface of the windshield. You're going to see the marker repel and come off easily. You can see how it's beading already. Now I'm going to wipe it off. Now we're going to try marking on the side of brand X. You'll notice that it doesn't repel, and also it won't be able to come off. You can already notice a difference in thickness of the marker. Now you can see here, no matter how hard I try, it's stuck on there. Okay, it's been nearly a month. It's been raining a lot, so we've used the wipers a lot. But we're gonna test how much of the coating is left on the surface. We have brand X on the left side, and we have Glass 2.0 on the right. As you can see, while the water is being sprayed, on the side of brand X, the water immediately just sticks to the surface. You can see how the water is just spread out all over it. There is no water repellency or beading left at all. Now with the side of Tinybot Glass 2.0, you can see that the water doesn't stick. All the water is repelling as it should. Now if you notice from the test how the water is stuck to the surface and it's still sticking to the surface for brand X. Now they claim 9 to 12 months or 10,000 miles durability. It's only been a month, so that just goes to show. Now it's also good to mention that during rainy seasons, you're going to be using your wipers quite a lot. So eventually all that friction is going to start to wear away at the coating. Just how it goes. Now with Glass 2.0, there's enough in there for you to recoat it. And again, it's self-leveling. So you don't have to worry about filling in certain deeper spots. Just reapply it and it'll be protected even longer.